Yeah, so in my previous stories, I posted it yesterday. If it's not there, I'll post it again because I'm going to be posting it every day until May 1st. The community is completely free. It has everything you need. Like all the answers to your questions is there for workouts, nutrition, mentality, how to network, how to create a highlight tape, tactics. We have other players in there that also share their personal stories or whatever's worked for them, where they're currently at, and then we're just there to help each other. So, if you join now, again, it's completely free, not charging for it. You always know, since you've been here since the beginning, my objective is always to help every single player out there at least get to that next level wherever they're at, because that's what I needed when I was growing up. I'm giving it to you, but you guys also have to understand this is my full-time job. So May 1st, it's gonna be paid. So you have, what day is it today? The 17th. You have about 15 days, 2 weeks. 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left to join, completely free, and trust me, you're gonna see all the value in there. It's insane. It's crazy. There we go. The stream is live. Okay. Hold on. All right. Live player analysis. This is gonna go under live stream. Done. No. Boom. Copy. Steven, un saludo. Todos mis amigos colombianos, un saludo. Alright guys, I got the stream to work the way I needed it to work on YouTube. So I am going to pin the link right now in this live on IG. And then Chili, thanks for joining the community. Let me know what you think. Comment in the community. That's the thing too. So I want to be able to work with people or players that really want to learn. So if you're in there, I can answer you quicker. Like here, you have to understand, like I have like hundreds of people joining in, everybody typing in questions at the same time I'm doing the stream and everything, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make sure I can answer everybody, but we should be good. We should be good to go, guys. Go on the story. On the story is the YouTube link for you to join in the YouTube live. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna shift over to YouTube now. So make sure you go into the stream on YouTube. Link is in the story. Link is in the story, guys. Let me see, just making sure everybody's in. There we go. Amazing. All right, Instagram, I will see you. Go on YouTube. I'll see you on YouTube. YouTube, what is going on, guys? How are you? Sorry. So, let's actually get started with today's stream. Today's stream, I want to go over an actual match, right? And if you guys have joined me in other streams, we always go through either professional matches. These are matches for my clients. And then you guys also have certain questions about certain positioning, certain things, whatever. My main objective with you is when we're on this YouTube, the more that you guys comment and ask questions, the better, because then I can actually answer you in real time. You know what I mean? Whereas if I'm not clear on something, or you need a little bit more clarification on something, do not be afraid to ask questions, guys. That's the main thing. If you need a little more help regarding your position, and I know here we have a variety of positions. Sometimes you guys are midfielders, defenders, strikers, whatever the case may be, and it varies for everybody. So, all right. So let's go ahead and let's start this, and let's see what we can find from this match. Yeah. So those of you guys that are from New York, you probably know this field. Let's see if we can find anything here. So right now, I'm focusing on a attacking player. This player to be exact. This player is playing as a right winger here. And this is who I am focusing on for this match. We have a question, Hip Hop TV. How can I be good as a center defensive mid? That is a great question. We covered that the other day, but basically, just so you get a quick overview, as a center mid, what's your job as a center mid? That's the very first thing that I would ask you. Do you know the answer to that? Type in the comments what you think. What is your job as a center defensive mid? Both in possession and out of possession. Doesn't matter, you know, what you think it could be, whatever. Just type in what you think. This is great. Take them on now. 2v1. Let's see what happens. Yep. I'll take that. So, again, we're looking at this player here as a right winger. And I will clip this in possession movement. I like this movement. It's like little details like this, guys. Look, ball's getting rotated over. Center mid has space to turn and go forward. Backpedaling out. Controls, faces him up. Look, it's a 2v1. The space is inside, nothing on. We reset. I like that. Such a small detail. Did it change the game? No. Did he make a good decision? Yes. Kept possession. We kept going there. And it's not really that, like, we don't have to like really break that down because nothing crazy happened. Here, out of possession, high press. This is perfect. Out of possession. The pressing, yep. I like the pressing here. Watch. And we'll record right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, wingers, strikers, or any attacking players. Why is this a good press? Did you guys see exactly how he angled his run? And we've talked about this before plenty of times, where in previous matches, this player would go directly to the center back. And what would happen is this passing lane is wide open out wide. And when that pass happens, then this press, this work rate is done for no reason. We're beat. So I love that this player was able to curve their run. Oops, not that one. We didn't want to do that one. This player was able to curve their run. Boom. Blocking off the passing lane out to the fullback. Right? This is excellent. What does this do? It forces that center back to now like panic a little bit and then try to find another option, because the option that they initially wanted to play is not on anymore. Also, if you are a center back and this happens to you, a couple things that I need you to recognize if you are a center back is here. Just a little bit quicker. But this is all good pressure from the whole team here as well. Ball distribution, defending, linking up with strikers. I love that. Hip Hop TV, I love that answer. So, for a center defensive mid to be good, I'll add in another thing. Not only do you have to have good ball distribution, right? Of course, completing your passes, breaking lines, playing the switches, but it's also the tempo at which you do it at. And what do I mean by tempo? The tempo meaning, can I play quick when I need to play quick? Can I play that risky pass forward when I need to play that risky pass forward? Can I put a little pause to the game when it's too hectic, right? Controlling the tempo as a center defensive mid. Now, out of possession, your job is to tactically organize your midfield, because usually you're either playing with two defensive mids or maybe one, and then you have two midfielders in front of you, or if you're doing a 4-4-2, for example, it's just two like this, right? Two midfielders. Your job as a defensive mid, since you see everything, can I organize my midfield? Can I tell my strikers or my 10 to close in, shift in, left shoulder, number 57 is wide open, like, you know, cover him, cover the passing lane, shift left, shift right, step up, step off, all these little things. And then the last thing I will say is, when your either wingers have the ball or your fullbacks have the ball when they've joined the attack, or maybe your striker midfielders have the ball, a lot of times what happens, they're receiving with their back to goal. So when they receive with their back to goal, you should be that player that is there to support. You're supporting them because when they get in trouble, they need to find an outlet pass. Who's the outlet pass? You, defensive mid. Okay? Let's see what happens there. Yeah, that's a foul. Let's see this free kick from my guy here. He has a great left foot here. Give me a good free kick, B. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Does a great job again to cut off that passing lane. But look. Why do they get out? Look at this. Watch this again. He pressed alone. That's more of a team organization there. I think he did the right thing, but his team wasn't on the same page. And that happens a lot, right? Sometimes you have your striker, your forwards, or your midfielder, or whoever, they press alone, right? So look what happens here. You see him right here. He's going to press alone. Everybody's going backwards. And now we have 1, 2, 3, right? We have these three completely alone. Oh, come on, that's not what I'm looking for. This one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 3v1. Of course they're gonna get out. Super easy to get out in those situations. So just be aware of that. But notice how he's pressing alone, striker's pressing alone. 3v2, 3v1, whatever you want to call it in that situation, they're out. And they have all this space, this midfielder can turn and get out. So this is another thing, Hip Hop TV, if you're still in here. You're a defensive midfielder, right? Can we make ourselves available in this situation? Like this center defensive mid, I love how he stays there. He checks his shoulder again, if you can see. Notices that he has space. The other midfielder is here. Once he receives that ball, right away, turns. I would have loved that touch to be a little bit sharper and turning right away. And then boom, attacking the space. Okay? As you can see, he attacks the space here. Look. He attacks the space. Now he has pressure. Boom. We can get out. So those little things, those little details, you see it in the games every day. So today, for example, when you have Man City versus Real Madrid, Arsenal versus Bayern, these are like the top of the top. Like these are the very best of the very best. And you see like very minimal mistakes. Their decisions are almost always perfect. Of course, they're still gonna make certain little mistakes because at that level, like the intensity, the speed of play, the sharpness of everything is just insane. But if you guys notice like all these little details when you play, or when they play, and then you can translate that over to your matches. It's gonna be much easier for you, little by little. Let's see this 1v1. Forced pass. So Juan Pablo, maybe in that case he needs to see that his teammates are not pressing, and then rather than he pressing a 3v1 situation. Correct. Yes, Juan Pablo, I completely agree. So with this situation, see how everybody's just dropping off, right? And this I think is more so like a team collective efforts, or a team collective pressing situation. Like if we're all gonna press together, we all press together. If one of us is gonna work hard, then there's no reason to press together. You know what I mean? But these are things that are worked on at the training ground. Once he starts pressing, everybody's already dropped back. Nobody's reacting to step up. So yeah, that's why that 3v1 situation happens. I'm gonna definitely talk to him about this, because you know you're using up your energy for no reason there. You're gonna get beat 9 out of 10 times, unless that center back or that fullback or whoever's on the ball makes that a rare mistake in that situation. You know what I mean? Here, we're gonna do in possession. This is not a good play. What do you think he can do? He can control the ball. Why is he so accelerated here? No, just control it, bring it down and play. So these little things like this is another thing. I know that this player has the capability to bring the ball down and control it. So what I would want is, can we bring it down, take a touch away from the defender, okay, into this space, yes, and once we take a touch into this space, now we can try to play. Right? Little decisions like this. And how many times, because guys, I completely understand. I was a U14, U15, U16 player. And there was moments where maybe I'm going up against a stronger, bigger player, stronger, faster, more agile player. And what happens in those situations is mentally I'm like, shoot, I don't want to lose possession. So these moments, when you rewatch your matches, you're like, shoot, I did have a lot of space. This is why I'm such an advocate for you guys watching your matches over and over. Every weekend, now that you have access to the video cameras, the trace cameras, or whatever other cameras you have, rewatch those matches as much as possible, guys. And then in my previous video on Instagram, on my post, I put that, can you identify what you're doing correctly in possession, out of possession, during transitions, and then key moments when you actually make things happen, both defensively and offensively, right? So, let's see. Discard this. Here. And that's essentially what I'm looking for when you guys rewatch your matches. Any questions so far? We have 5 people in here watching. Any questions, anybody? See, now can we keep possession? Restart. Good. Circulate. Why is it a good time to circulate there? It's a 3v3. Our body is facing backwards. We don't really have the momentum to go forwards. See how everybody's going back? These are good situations to reset. Good. Watching from Zambia, that's amazing. I can't believe you're watching from all the way on that side. That's really cool, man. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're learning something. Yes, hip hop, ask me anything you want. That's what we're here for. Turn. Take your space. Quick. Good. Good. Keep it. Excellent job right now from the boys here. Don't force. Restart. Oof. That's offside, no? Hey, wouldn't that be offside? No, he's not offside. I mean, a little bit. Oh no, he's on the line. So what was the center back's problem here? Everything I think before was good. Way too long on the ball. And these are the little details, guys. Center backs, look. First touch forward, good. This guy could have kept going forward, take his space. All this space here to dribble forward. So some people ask me when to dribble, when to pass. This is when you dribble. You have all the space in the world to dribble. This is when you dribble. How can I improve my defending skills? What position do you play in general, right? So if you're looking at defensive skills when you're in like a 1v1, like at practice, all these things, I think what works a lot is being side on, like pretending you're on a skateboard, right? When you're side on, pretending you're on a skateboard, always on your toes, forcing the player on the ball to either go to the left or right, depending on what their weak foot is. You always want to try to force them that way. And then just being on your toes, quick, using your body, using your hands, being able to intercept those tackles. That's just a lot of practice, man. How can I be a good CDM? How can you be a good CDM? I answered the question earlier, Deepu. But basically, being a good CDM, in possession, can we control the tempo? Good ball distribution, short pass, long pass, switching play. Number 3, can we attack the space without hesitation? Why do we want to attack the space? Because sometimes when we attack the space, we attract. And when we attract, spaces open up. Defensively, can we organize our midfield? Can we be tactically aware of our positioning and covering the space or covering the passing lanes, right? And then, of course, just being a very vocal leader, being composed on the ball, being able to manage the game in there. Because at center mid, you have to have a really good touch. A lot of times you have to understand the game really well because you have pressure coming from left, from right, from in front of you, behind you. You have pressure on you all the time. So you got to be able to be composed enough to play under high pressure situations. The line of passes are closed. He has 2 options: dribbling or go back to your keeper, go to the side. I think too many players the person that you can. Yeah, Juan Pablo Cubarsi is that guy. 17 years old, and the way he's playing, his distribution as a center back is insane. But yes, I completely agree. I think initially, this fullback right here should have kept going and taken a space. Right? Doesn't do it here. Now, once the center back gets on the ball, I love that he's patient here. He doesn't really have options to pass. This pass is dangerous. Right? If he plays this pass and it gets through, fantastic. But if he misplaces his pass, they're on a counter. Okay? I think just from seeing this, when he does this step, this passing lane is now closed. I would have wanted this fullback to be a little bit more open. Maybe that's another situation. And what do I mean, guys? As a fullback, these little movements make a huge difference because you also have to understand the perspective of your center back. They don't want to play that pass because it's slightly dangerous. Yeah, and then this striker closes his space down. Great. Now here, this is where he makes a mistake. Too slow. Should have been turn, play, restart with the keeper. Mistake. We're down 1-0. It's okay though. Let's see how they respond. I usually lose the ball when the pass is coming from the center backs. Kind of a slow player. How can I improve on that? I usually lose the ball very often. Oof, that's a great question, Hip Hop. I think, look, I'm actually gonna pull up the board so you guys can see it from this perspective. How can I improve my awareness? So both of you guys are center defensive mids, right? I'm going to show you without pressure first. Okay, you guys are going to be number 6. Yeah? I'm going to show you without pressure first. And then I will show you with pressure. So, number 1. If you are a lone center mid here, you always want to try and create these triangles with your center backs. This is a triangle we're looking to create, right? You're always at the top of the triangle. Usually, you want to be slightly opposite, not literally on the top, slightly opposite of where the ball is. Why? Because if we do receive that pass, we can turn with our back foot where our body is facing forward, and then we can play out. Same thing other side would be slightly opposite, still creating that triangle, turn and get out. Number 2, if the ball is out wide, then now we are creating a triangle here. Your center back would be here. Okay, maybe your winger might be here and your center mid might be here, right? But we're looking at this triangle with the fullback, center back, you, boom. That's the triangle we're looking for, okay? Why? Because 2 things might happen in this situation. You're going to be side on. You're not going to be literally facing the fullback like this. You're going to be slightly opened, so that if your fullback does play you, you can receive with the back foot. And while all that is happening, you're checking your surroundings. You're seeing if you have pressure or not, right? So this is for my defensive mid. Now, if we have pressure, then we can look to play back. If we have pressure coming from this side, then we can look to play our winger here. If we don't have pressure and we can turn, boom, boom, turn. Or if my other center mid is short, turn, play short. Right? These short passes is what I'm looking for you to do as a center mid. That's how you keep composure. That's how you keep the passes simple. A lot of times what I see is, oh, it's congested. Let me turn and try to play that big switch. We lose possession. Now we have to transition back. No, look to play short. Get it back again. Move. And now can we play a switch? If the switch is on right away and you have space and time, then by all means do it. It all depends on the situation that's currently happening. Now, let me put some defenders in. And these are the things that I want you to be aware of. If the other team is pressing with 2 strikers, ball is with your center back, okay? We spoke about this the other day. If the other team is pressing with 2 strikers, you're here. The striker's most likely going to be here pressing. The other striker may be in here, okay? You, opposite, in between lines, on the blind side of those 2 players. What do I mean on the blind side? You're behind these 2 players. Literally, you're seeing their jersey numbers. When you're on the blind side, they most likely cannot see you. And if you do receive in this area, right? Again, you can turn and play. If you don't receive in this area, you're still causing trouble. What do I mean by causing trouble? Because they don't know where you are. They don't know where you're moving. And now they have to make a decision. You don't have to be here. You want to be here. Standing still. No need to check in. Ball gets played wide. Right? We have a winger coming over here. That's a situation of a player. No, Juan Pablo. This is another situation that I'm just trying to explain to my questions about the center defensive mids. Ball comes out wide. Winger's coming to press. Striker might be closing this option down back to the center back. You would open out wide to be that triangle again, right? Fullback, you, center back. Can we be an option in there again? And it might be congested. You might have a striker coming to press here, and these are the moments where can we find the short pass here? Can we find a short pass to our winger? If we have space, can we receive and control and go? But you have to get in those situations consistently so that you can feel comfortable with that. If you don't feel comfortable with that, most likely you're going to continue making mistakes. But from this board, you can see where the spaces are. You could see where potentially something can open up for you. And I always tell it in every stream, guys, always tell you guys, look at the spaces, right? If we can move from central space to half space to be an option, we don't want to move all the way out because then we're too close, right? Being aware of the spaces, okay? So let's go back to the live analysis. Let's see what happens. Let's see how they react after that goal. Ooh, okay, that is a good situation. Look. So blue team right now is playing with 2 center mids in this situation. Watch how the center mid moves over. I don't like him being that close. He's in front of these two, the striker and the 10. He's in front of them, right? He stops his run. I would rather him here. 2-3 yards more behind. Because if he does receive in this space and he turns, he can get closed down quicker. If he receives a slightly behind, he has that split second to turn and go. You guys see it? Exactly what I just explained. Here, I'm going to clip it. I'm going to clip it real quick so you guys can see what I mean. Boom, and we lose possession. You see that? He closed his own space. Exactly, Juan Pablo. He closed his own space. Look, and I'll tell you exactly where I want everybody to be. And it's very small details, guys. And this is how you can be more dangerous in your position. I'm going to tell you exactly. I think the center back is in a great position. Center back, great position. He's moving to receive. As the ball's traveling, now is when he goes opposite. This striker is coming to press. This player is coming to press. You as a center defensive mid, get out. You have to do the opposite movement of where everybody's going. You can't be dragged into the game. Next, this player right here is being closely marked by him. I love that he stays. Let's see what happens next. See, since that center mid's going in, he's closing down the space for everybody. He's making it difficult. This center mid stays. I love it, right? He moves out. This would drag this player out. And this is why I need this center mid here so that the center back can play that ball in here. You guys see that, right? This is part of the team too, right? This other center mid makes a movement in. Again, way too deep. Way too deep. Look. Way too deep. The movement was a good idea because now you open up space here for the striker to potentially check in. But it's too deep. It's too deep there, guys. Because now look. We have this whole area. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 opponents in that zone. 4 opponents in that zone marking 3 guys. And these 2 guys, the 2 midfielders that checked in, are not options here. They're not options because they came in way too deep. If they receive in there, they're going to be in trouble. This is why if you're a midfielder and you receive in these zones because you checked in way too deep and you feel like you're congested, you don't have no options, you panic under pressure, this is why. Because you're not in the correct space to receive. I wanted to ask that while I'm off the ball, I'm able to identify the space, but I'm not able to adjust my positioning to make it easier for other players to pass to me. How can I improve this? So, Jeet, when you are in certain spaces, it's also crucial to have the correct body positioning. Yes? And what do I mean by that? For example, like this center mid. You see how his hips are square? His hips, no, not that one. You see how his hips are square like this to the ball? If you're a center defensive mid, I would want you side on like this. Your hips are sideways. So your front foot is facing the ball and your back foot is away, so that you can see what's behind you and you can see where the ball's coming from. That's what I'm looking for. So being slow doesn't matter as a center mid as long as you can play well. Exactly, yeah, it doesn't matter. Look at Busquets. Busquets is not athletic at all. He's very big, but he's very smart. He's always in the right spaces. Now there are other types of center mids that are like tanks. You know what I mean? They're strong, they're agile, they're fast, but that's just a different profile. So it all depends on what type of profile you have. If you have certain attributes that are really more towards the technical and mental and tactical side, that's great. If you have attributes that are more towards the physical side, that's great. Every player has different attributes. It just whatever you bring to the table, you need to be able to identify and try to bring that out as much as possible. Yeah? Casemiro's a tank. That guy cuts everybody off. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, lack of communication there. Ooh, lack of communication there. Corner kick. That's a great tackle. All right, so this is another thing for my attackers. This was a great pass, by the way. What do you think this attacker could have done differently here? These are little things, guys, and the more that you're put in these situations, you know, the better that you can start making decisions. Right? You're not gonna get it on the first time. You're not gonna get it on the second time. You're not gonna get it on the third time. You might see improvements here and there, but it's something that you can improve over time if you see it consistently. And the more you see it consistently, you'll understand why. So what I'm looking here. There. Juan Pablo, correct. At this moment, ball's coming in. Defender's coming in at full speed. Controlling the ball here. Making the defender stop. And then a quick change of pace, I think could have been more dangerous. Control, dribble at him, change pace, shot on goal. Obviously, it's easier said than done. But you guys see that? The defender's slightly in front of him. That's why he's able to get there. That's a great tackle from that defender. I think he can first throw in a fake. Jeet, I completely agree. That's exactly what I'm saying. Think this is helpful. We don't get this kind of sessions here. Hip hop, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I'm so happy that this is helping you. Guys, I'm gonna cover one last thing that I have a meeting right now. But let me cover one last. Let's see another situation that happens. Let's delete this. We don't need this one. I'm gonna answer one more question, if anything. If you guys have another question, or just see if we can find another situation in the match. Let's see. Guess they're making subs. Don't worry. Hey, we're gonna go back on the live stream tomorrow again. I'm trying to stream every day, right? If you guys are getting value from this, if you guys think that, you know, it's helping your game or helping you understand a little bit better, then, you know, I want to keep doing it. Again, and for those 9 people that are in here, YouTube, watching, make sure you guys join the community if you haven't already. And the community is you go to my Instagram page, Grande Sports Training 2. And the link is there in the stories. I'm gonna post another story again, so you guys can join. The community is completely free until May 1st. After May 1st, it's gonna be a paid community, but every question that you guys have, from the physical, tactical, mental, technical, everything is answered in there. I've just put all the information and all the ebooks and everything I've had over the past. I just put it all in there, so that you as a footballer can start knowing exactly, or at least I'll give you the help with the resources for you to keep growing as a footballer, right? It's a lot of little things that have to be checked off the list in order for you to continue to grow. It's a good effort here. All right. Juan Pablo, here's the IG. And I will post a story right now as soon as the stream is done, in about 2 minutes. Because I have to get on this meeting. I'm a little late, but you know, I'm enjoying the stream right now. Let's see if there's another situation to really point out. Let the play go, ref. Another free kick. See, and then it's little things like this, guys. He's on the wrong side. This fullback's on the wrong side, trying to win that ball there. I need him here. Force that opponent, force that striker to go backwards. You know what I mean? Hip Hop TV, do CDM tomorrow, please. All right, Hip Hop, I'll see if I can do some CDM clips tomorrow so you guys can learn from it. Juan Pablo, thank you. Wow, from Chile. We're neighbors, man. I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna have to end the stream here, but hey, tomorrow, guys, be on the lookout on the IG. I'll announce when I'll do the stream tomorrow, and we will go from there. All right. Thank you so much for joining in today. As always,